Hey y'all, and Happy New Year! It's Sharla from the Hartsel Homestead. I'm back here with you on the Creative Retreat Kits YouTube channel in a brand new year with a brand new kit full of wonderful creative study goodness. This month's kit, Shadow Caster, is absolutely gorgeous, and the study is truly enlightening. Now, there's no pun intended there, but it is a good connection for sure. Erin Davis has written us a wonderful devotional content here with prompts for deeper study and learning. We have a beautiful color palette to work with this month that nods to wintertime, but is a versatile enough a kit and product to be a great stash resource. So where we see this beautiful stencil, today I'm going to use like a brown tone, their leaves are crispy. The branches are bare outside, but you could easily use this in the spring and summer and fill it up with beautiful greens, or even in the fall with beautiful fall foliage. So it's a great one for your stash. I love that the subscribers get an extra set of cardstock stickers too, because I love these mini alphas and the florals. So these are great to be able to use up and not feel like you have to keep them, because you'll have another set for some more creative activities later. I'm going to take some inspiration for my entry today from one of the stickers and utilize this stencil. Y'all know I love a great stencil. And I'm going to build a watercolor inspired wreath on my page and put in this cross with the shadow of the cross from one of our little stickers here. I love that imagery, and I want to use that in my illuminated scripture journal here. I'm in Colossians. I'm going to create an entry for chapter 2, verse 17, which is one of our focused verses from the study. You know, this is a great follow-up study from last month's kit too, Shine On, which is carrying forward that Jesus is our source of light. And then it kind of gives a broader look at how that connects to the shadow principle that Erin is teaching us here in this month's study. Now, on my page going on in the background, I have sketched myself an oval shape for my wreath. I searched the house over for something oval to give me that shape so that I wouldn't have to do it freehand. And I found this this lid to one of my tea pitchers in my pantry. It just shows that we can find creative tools all over the house. I just knew that if I had started freehand, it would get a little wonky real quick. I'm using the Creative Retreat Kit's Harvest Gold ink pad for this, and I pulled out Teddy Bear to have handy as well. I'm using the kit stencil to build the foundation of my wreath. Then I'm going to kind of layer on top of that with some stamp elements. I'm inking them with Pitt Big Brush markers in raw umber and magenta. I wanted to kind of have a watercolor feel to my florals, and using the ink from the markers gives me that. Inking this way, doesn't give that perfect stamped outline like the ink pad does, which I love the crispiness of a good ink stamp. But here I wanted to be just kind of freeform and not identical. I wanted really to have the watercolor look without having to watercolor it. And so these brush markers kind of give me that. I love how we can change up how the stamped shapes look by using different sources of colors and inks and even paints if you wanted to. I did add an element of stems before the stamping throughout the wreath with a little flare marker, just to kind of give a little bit of branching. I could go back and add a little bit more later. I may do that after we're done. You know how I go back and you look at an entry and then you think, oh, I love it, it's finished. And then when your eyes go back to it later, things dry and you think, oh, I could add a little more, and you work on it a little bit more. I do that a lot. But my first big takeaway from this month's study, a couple places from the devotional, Erin says, the accounts of the Old Testament are but shadows of the one who would come. And then goes on to say Jesus' life, death, and resurrection became the vertex of all things. The light had come, bringing clarity to the shadows. And the Apostle Paul knew this, and he clung to it as he penned these words from a Roman prison. These are a shadow of the things to come, but the substance belongs to Christ. And that's found in Colossians 2:17, which is where I am recording my entry here today. I'm using a washi tape here from my stash that has a wood graining print on it to build my cross on my page here. My dog got a hold of it once, so it now has a nice built-in rugged edge to it. So it's just for effect. I pulled out my walnut stain Tim Holtz watercolor pencil here also to color out my shadow of the cross. I'm not great with perspective drawing, and I know that about myself. So I'm just trying to lay in a light shadow effect in my background as best I can. I'm adding water, of course, to the pencil markings after I finish that, so it disperses the color and offers a softer shadow appearance as well. Now, I'm using the kit stamps to create my title, Jesus, the Shadow Caster. There's also a great glossy sticker that could be used for a similar entry title, but I'm saving that one for another project. I really wanted this page to just be full of soft colors, and so I'm saving that sticker for another one. I'm really looking forward to continuing on with this month's study. It has some great reflective points to ponder. I want to do some prayer journaling, focusing on my life and prayer that Jesus's light is evident and seen through my life, and praying to pay closer attention to the shadow behind me. If my face is to the light, then my shadow behind me should show a life that is walking with Christ. And so I want to continue learning more with this study in that mindset as well. I hope you are joining us for Shadowcaster. There are both print and digital options available, including a new digital note-taking option as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what the others share this month too here on the channel. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. I hope y'all have a blessed day.